Word list 9. Oversleep. I overslept this morning, so I ran out of the house without listening to the forecast. Terrific. I feel absolutely terrific today. Motif. The sky scene from an airplane became one of her favorite motifs and the subject of her largest work. Parachute. Planes dropped supplies by parachute. Shore. The ship was anchored offshore. Chapel. We always go to chapel on Sundays. Pollinate. These moths continue to pollinate the flowers until well into September. Depict. The Impressionists want to depict what they see in nature. Courageous. We hope people will be courageous enough to speak out against this injustice. Twig. Large mammals also have their own tactics for browsing among food-rich twigs. Ablaze. The whole building was soon ablaze. Vacate. You must vacate your room by June 3rd. Explosion. Planets are 1 billion times dimmer than their parent stars. It would be like trying to see the light of a candle next to a huge explosion. Virtue. I'll be focusing on the virtues of his designs. Course. The college runs specialist language courses. Feudal. The feudal system lasted for more than 2,000 years in China. Sustenance. During the Neolithic period, some hunters and gatherers began to rely chiefly on agriculture for their sustenance. Tend. Children tend to be influenced by their parents' behaviors and habits. Charcoal. We use charcoal to grill the steaks. Varied. There are several levels dotted with kiosks and fountains which offer varied prospects of San Francisco Bay. Offer. It's so thoughtful of you to offer to drop me off at the train station. Axis. Mars takes longer to revolve on its axis than the Earth. Feminist. Certain feminists showed a keen sense of history by keeping records of activities in which women were engaged. Identification. In the modern world, fingerprinting as a means of identification has been widely used in many fields. Audio. She bought some audio equipment. Caterpillar. Caterpillars are voracious feeders, and many of them are considered pests in agriculture. Rash. Think twice before doing anything rash. Appeal. This modern wildlife art appeals to large numbers of nature lovers. Modify. Water precipitates many chemical compounds and is constantly modifying the face of the earth. Diversity. The author argues that there is more diversity of life in the sea than in the rainforests. Comprehend. He needed to look up some words in the dictionary in order to comprehend the novel. Timber. The old couple lived in a small house built of timber. Astute. It is astute to sell out the stocks just before prices go down. Uniform. Textile mills turn to wool for blankets and uniforms. Luminous. The most distant luminous objects seen by telescopes are very far. Tavern. The news spread in homes, workshops, and taverns. Conciliate. It will be hard to conciliate the views of labor and management regarding health benefits. Devout. He is a devout Christian. Gait. Kids walk with a rolling gait. Gouge. The tyrant gouged the dissenters' eyes out. Candid. I must be candid with you that this plan will not work out. Terrorism. Terrorism is a serious concern by many countries around the world now. Subjugate. Her personal ambitions had been subjugated to the needs of her family. Throng. We pushed our way through the throng. Corporeal. Many states have outlawed corporeal punishments in schools. Invasive. The invasive surgery made me feel fearful. Stray. We seem to be straying from the main theme of the debate. Practicable. The only practicable way is to ask her for help. Modernity. He was impressed by the architecture's modernity. Contempt. Mary speaks in contempt of others. Antonym. The word has two possible antonyms. Tuition. She can't afford to pay her tuition. Emergent. It's so emergent that you have to help me. Outrageous. The housing price has gone up in an outrageous way. Vain. After hearing what he said, I tried to keep back my tears, but in vain. Advantage. Many men think that is an advantage for being a woman. Decisive. Excellent communication skill is one of the decisive factors in work. Corona. The corona is not always evenly distributed across the surface of the sun. Neglect. What I neglected to mention was the controversy around Peary's pioneering accomplishment. Deciduous. Deciduous trees shed their leaves in autumn. Utilitarian. Stoneware used to be simple utilitarian kitchenware. Subtract. Most photographic filters work by subtracting portions of visible light from the subject. Perceptive. A perceptive scholar questioned the professor's theory. Commission. Artists are taking the distinction between public and private spaces into account when executing their public commissions. Breakthrough. In fact, important breakthroughs in the field of astronomy can come from students' work. Inspire. His stories are inspired by his travels. Cognition. Tool use may indicate that animals have some cognition. Penicillin. Penicillin is still one of the most widely used antibiotic agents. Ethnology. Ethnology is a branch of anthropology that deals with how various cultures developed. Volcano. How often is a volcano likely to erupt? Cellist. He is considered the greatest cellist of his time. Uniformity. Students should avoid a lack of uniformity in evidence when writing their papers. Neutron. Informed. We are not fully informed about the developments. Rate. Freight trains have an accident rate that is only 1/3 that of the trucking industry. Underneath. The paper is underneath the book. Maneuver. She maneuvered her way to the top of the company. Journalism. Journalism is a fulfilling career that combines the excitement of covering the news with the satisfaction of a life of public service. Terrain. The moon may be divided into 2 major terrains. Excursion. The Society's activities also included organized sketching excursions along the Hudson River. Saturation. The company was beset by price wars and market saturation. Abundant. Feldspar is the most abundant mineral on the Earth's surface. Rehearse. We rehearse only 1 night a week. Subsist. Many prehistoric people subsisted as hunters and gatherers. Cascara. Cascara is added to many popular natural weight loss supplements.